Hi, this is Lynn from Mapit.
This is Randa with Mapit.
For over a total of 10 years, we've dedicated our lives to helping our clients sell, buy, and lease real estate. Our mission is to share our story and experiences in hopes of helping others on their real estate journey. Welcome to the Mapit Show. Hi everyone, I'm Randa with Mapit Realty. Welcome to the Mapit Show. And today we have an awesome guest, another realtor who's been in the business since 2012. And I met this guy in Sweat Hogs training at Escobar with maybe like 50 other people. And this guy used to show up late every time. Okay, here he is.
I'll turn my phone on silent.
He's a busy guy. But
Oh, we're still recording.
Tell us, yes.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I got my license when I was 18. My mom's in the field, and my mom doesn't really know much English at all. And she was the #1 seller over in Great Neck.
Oh wow.
So I was like, if she can do this, I could probably do this now.
Okay.
I started early. I didn't really, focus on it much. I really didn't take it too seriously at all. And then I went to college and everything. But anyway, coming out of college, there wasn't too many jobs for that. Now there's plenty of jobs for it. I must have got fired in 3 months of every single job that I've had. So at 26, I was still working at this deli, and so I got fired from working at the supermarket for like a year and a half, making trash, and I took time to reflect on myself. I was like, wow, here I am at 26. I went to college. This can't be it, So I was like, you know what? Now we gotta figure out what's going on. I tried to go back and work with my mom, but I knew that if I was gonna have to grow in this business, that wasn't gonna be a road for me to take, because she definitely had different methods than I did. I would say women can sell different from men.
Okay, so 26, was that around the time when we started with Sweat Hogs?
I think it was.
I remember.
Yeah, I think it was, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start taking this seriously. I joined East Coast, I think 7-8 years ago, which should be about that time. And I was in the office every day. I'd come in at like 10. I'd be one of the last to leave at 8. They gave me the key, so I would lock up the door. It was rough. It was some rough times. But
So from 10 to 8.
Yeah.
That's 10 hours. What did you do with those 10 hours?
At first, there wasn't much to do because you don't really know much. But I think I found ways to keep myself busy. People would give me things to do and I would do them and I would see if they worked for me or not. Like someone said, go through the rental listings, and I went through the rental listings and it didn't work out for me. Then they said cold calls, so I was deathly afraid of cold calling, but I know I know.
Aren't we all?
And that didn't always work out for me. I think what happened was I put an ad in the Chinese newspaper on a property that I didn't even have. It was someone else's.
So it was an office listing?
No, it was someone else's property that I was like, wow, this is a nice house.
Okay.
So then I think I got a call and everything like that, and I worked that buyer. That buyer didn't want that house, but wanted to work for me. They were Taiwanese, I was Taiwanese. And then my first commission was literally $27,000.
Oh wow.
And if you remember, I told you I was making 25 for a whole year. So from that point on, I think I cried by myself in my room. And I was like,
emotional.
yeah.
You did it.
Yeah, I probably did.
Okay.
And I was like, let's do this.
So how long did it take for you to make that first check from the very, very day that you started real estate?
I think it took maybe anywhere to 4 to maybe even 6 months, I would say.
6 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think for the whole year, I only made $60,000 that whole year. I was happy with it.
So it takes time.
It definitely takes a lot of time. It's not easy. I think I even got a little lucky too. I mean, my mom was telling me I got lucky, you know?
Okay. So what's one tip that you would give to new agents starting out?
One tip, look for someone that knows what they're doing, buy them lunch, pick their brain, and if they tell you to do something, do it. Because what I did was I saw a lot of other people that asked people for knowledge and then would turn around and be like, oh, that doesn't work. And it's like, listen, you only did that for like one day, you know? You need to do it for a week or a month, or maybe you need to switch up your approach. So the good thing about real estate is very, I would say, logical. Things will work if they make sense. You know, it's like, would you buy a house from yourself if you didn't know what you were talking about? Like, you know, certain things piece together a story, and it's easier for people to understand.
Okay, so finding a mentor,
Yeah.
right? Knowing, kind of like shadowing under a mentor, and then
Yeah, I worked under, I think the first and second year, I worked under Roger Persard, and he was a good mentor for me. He was like, you're always down here in the basement. I'm always down here in the basement. You know, I can hear you working. He could see how raw I was. He was amazing at cold calling. He was really good. I could hear him, and I would, you know, take him out to lunch a few times, and then we decided we were gonna work together.
okay.
Yeah.
And then cold calling, how many hours did you do cold calling? And
Cold
who did you call?
calling would be either 11 to 2 or 6 to 8, because that's the times when they're home. And Fridays you wouldn't cold call you wouldn't door knock, because it's just a waste of time. They're not home, they're out. Homeowners, you would call homeowners all day. Sometimes we would go right down the block.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Did you work with mostly homeowners, buyers?
So in the beginning, beggars can't be choosers, and we did a lot of buyers.
Okay.
But actually back then it was a buyer's market. The houses that we sold for $800,000, you can easily sell for like 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 right now. So it was a buyer's market. The buyers were determining, you know, what price and everything like that. But slowly, when it started going into a seller's market, I quickly learned, hey, you know, if you're a listing agent, you know, you could still make money without selling your house. Meaning that if you took the listing, you know, and you put it on MLS, maybe Randan has a customer for it, which she did, and we ended up both making money, you know, which is great. I remember the one that we worked on together. That was a great one. Actually, no one was buying at the time, and you guys came in and gave a really sexy price and took it down. And then after we sold it, all the houses over there started trying to sell for our price. Yeah.
I think it was because of the timing. The timing was right.
It was the timing.
And it's also because
These girls went in, and the house was, I think, $988 or something like that. And I said, Lynn calls me. She goes, how much will they take? And I was like, $950 to get commission. And Lynn was like, we don't work for 1%. You know? And to honest to God, if you had done that to me, I would only give you maybe 1.25 to 1.5. But since I knew Randan and Lynn, since I knew Randan since Sweat Hogs, I was like, listen, I'll hook you and the homegirl up with 2, you know, so everybody can eat. So she says, okay. So we do the deal. Their customer doesn't even want the house because they're like, oh yeah, we came in this house, we didn't like it. But since it was just an investment property for them, Lynn and Randan were like, well listen, this is easier for us to manage, okay? So buy this house, and it's easier for us to manage. And they were charging their client also, which is very smart, a management fee, which I have yet to do because I just haven't done it yet, but I definitely need to do that. So these girls were very innovative when I met. Like when I could see. That's how like we became so strong friends and stuff.
That was a good house, though.
That was a great house.
It was a good house. It's a great investment. It's in a absolutely perfect
Oh,
neighborhood. Extremely good school district.
Even with this guy paying them the management fee, it was still worth it because he was in China. He was doing nothing but collecting his money. You know, certain things pop up. You know, you have to re-rent the place. You have problems. Wintertime, the boiler goes. Something's always going on.
Yeah.
And you know, that was my thing. I kind of messed up because some of these people I would treat as too close friends, and you know, I would get calls and I would do stuff for free. But now, you know, you realize you can't do everything for everyone. You know, you got to think about yourself.
Exactly, especially our time.
Yeah.
Time is money.
Yeah.
In our field, you know, we don't get paid until something happens.
And for real, some people they don't appreciate it. You know, they take it for granted. They said, well, you made money selling me the house, so you should take care of it. And it's like, well, I'm not getting paid any of that rent money. You know, like you were gonna pay someone for that house. You know what I mean? Like my job is basically over. But they, you know, some Chinese people or some people in general, they just feel like, oh, they own you. You know, because they made you a little money or something